honey. I just want to cry. I can't do nothing about it tonight. I can't do nothing. First of all, there's some shenanigans going on, and I knew it. At what point did I know it? Glad you asked. Probably when the director of social services was standing on the floor when I got in there with his laptop. And I said, oh shit. Good thing I didn't bring my camera. Good thing I didn't bring my camera. Whew. Anyways, they dick me around for 20 minutes. Then I call the school and I'm like, hey, and I only know like 2 people's names. So I'm like, hey, is so-and-so there? Is so-and-so there? They're like, no, he's not there today. I'm like, okay, well, is this person there? And they're like, yes, that person's there. So then I'm like, okay, what exactly do I need? I said, I'm standing in social services. I said, can you tell me like the name of what I need or something? And he's like, this is what it needs to say. Your address wasn't even right on that. He said the address wasn't even right. And I was like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, they're telling me that they can't put the full address. I cannot make this shit up. That's what social services is saying. They're saying that we cannot put the full address. And tell me, bruh, tell me why they don't know how P.O. boxes work. 3 people sitting behind a desk and their director on a computer. 4 people. And the topic of discussion was whether or not they had to put 1716 Pine Hall Road, Pine Hall, North Carolina, 27025, P.O. Box 105. That is the full address. You have to have all of that to get your mail. They're telling me that's not the case. They're telling me that that's not the case, that they can't put a full address. So once again, it has half of an address. Half of an address. I just want to be clear that this is the government. This is the Department of Health and Human Services, honey. And the people that are working in there do not even realize that you have to have a full address. Could you imagine the letter going through the U.S. Postal Service? P.O. Box 105, Pine Hall, North Carolina. What? Do you even know how many? I ain't gonna get into that, honey. But you got to have the full address. And the topic of discussion was whether or not I needed a full address. And I'm the only one against 3 women and a guy who is the director saying the full address has to be on there. The full address has to be on there. They're like, no, we can't put a full address. We can't put a full address. So then, imagine my embarrassment when I call the school back as I'm standing in front of these 4 people behind bulletproof glass. Imagine my surprise when I find out that the guy that's been helping me is the fucking director of fucking something. And I'm like, oh my God, I wanted to crawl under the desk. I've been bothering the hell out of this man trying to get this paperwork to get everything together for school. And I mean, he's been so helpful. Thank you so much. But like, thank you. That school is amazing, y'all. That school is amazing. These people are evil. Plain and simple. So I talked to this guy. He could hear, and he's saying the same thing I am. He's like, no, we need a full address. No, we need a full address. Tell them it has to have a full address. And I said, I've already told them, and they're telling me that they can only put half an address. He's like, do what? This is why I called you. I just had to get you to hear this bullshit. Because I feel like I'm going insane dealing with these fucking people, bruh. He says, finally, it got so fucking intense. Okay, because I've got him on speaker. I'm standing in front of everybody that's, anybody in there. And finally it got so intense. He says, just bring it to the school. Just bring it to the school. He says, with it. We'll figure it out. How sad. How sad. Let's go. I cannot make this shit up. But I am so grateful for the good people in society. I'm so grateful. And this experience the past 2 weeks has shown me that there are still good people out there. There are still good people out here. They're not all evil like that. There was an older white couple that walked in that building a while ago, and they walked up to the kiosk, and I can only assume by their age that they're probably struggling right now, probably on a fixed income, probably can't afford groceries, probably on their last tank of gas just to get over here. I would advise them, well, they can't. That's what sucks. They have no choice but to go here. If they live here like me, then they have no choice but to go here. I don't know, man. They're just not going to get... I know what's going to happen because I know how I've been treated by this damn place for 2 years. And it don't get no fucking lower, baby. It gets no lower. I guess people see my 5-year-old lipstick and they think I got it like that. I can assure you that that is not the case. Not the case. I don't even know how I'm going to pay my fucking truck payment, honestly. I'm so screwed. But you know, I can't stay stressed about that. I can't stay stressed about that. I can't. I've got shit to do today. You know, I've got school, and I'm not stressing about the unknown. I filled my gas tank up this morning. I'm good for another day. So, that's all I can do today. Y'all, the way that they talk to you in there is so disrespectful. And it's not, they don't talk to everybody like that. Oh. It's kind of comical nowadays. Now that I know the psychology behind it, I'm learning about these things and human behavior and behavioral patterns and why they, you know, do the way that they do. Now I understand and I don't take it personal. If anything, I'm starting to feel more empathetic towards the people that have to deal with people like that. No wonder so many people become embittered. Like, if you're dealing with everybody in your circle that's embittered and they treat you poorly and they bully you and berate you and just have it out for you, you're going to become that way after time. There's no way around it. You are who you hang around. Definitely explains it. And then you topple on top the horrible food industry that we have here, all of the pharmaceutical industry, and you topple that on top of mental health problems and self-loathing and embitteredness. Whew, baby. Welcome to the West. Welcome to the West. All of those little things add up to big things. That's why it's important for you to know who you are, the person you are, what kind of legacy you want to leave behind. And it doesn't matter if you've already been through it. It doesn't matter if you're currently on fucking drugs. You can turn all that shit around. Just because you've made mistakes does not mean that you can't forge a path towards a better tomorrow. Absolutely not. And quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. It's probably good for you if you've been through some shit. It is. It is good for you. That means you know more, okay? It means that you have a grasp on things completely different than maybe others' realities. You grasp things better. You got to use that as fuel. And you're going to meet a lot of incompetent people in life in positions of power. And you're going to wonder, how the fudge did you get in your position? And when they're rude, just smile. Simply state what you need. Be respectful. And don't let their bitterness bring you out of character. It's really sad. Once again, I just feel bad for anyone who's at a disadvantage in life already having to deal with those people, you know. shame. So, because I'm homeless, it has been it's been impossible to declare my residency. Because I'm homeless. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk that they would charge a North Carolina... Shit. Who would think that they would charge triple tuition to a homeless person because they can't prove that they live in that state? Y'all. And I have the documents I need. I just haven't sent them in. So we're going to see today what they're going to say, because I've got my driver's license, my registration, that has my name on it, my birth certificate, birth certificate, what else? Oh, my passport card, social security card. I mean, what else do you fucking want? Letter from social services. What else do you need? It's because I don't have a tax return, because I can't find a fucking job. What do you want from me? And why is it this hard to do the right thing? Please, riddle me this. Why is it this hard to do the right thing? But if I want to go put a needle in my... Oh, and speaking of needles and arms, I saw a damn boy in there, damn high as hell, asleep in his chair. He was knocked out on them fucking... Listen. Something. Pills, methadone, I don't know. All I know is it's 11 a.m. and I'm like, oh my God, has anybody checked on him? How many days has he been sitting there? You know, the whole Planet Fitness tan in bed thing. The guy was dead for 4 days. How many days is he? Y'all gonna wait till he starts smelling to see if he's still breathing? Like, what the fuck? You cannot make this shit up. I can't make it up, because I'm not that clever. But I see it. And that's the point. If I was still on drugs, honey, I'd be getting all the help. Do you know how much help I got there at the end before I got clean when COVID happened? Oh, God. I think that they gave me, like, I don't even remember, hundreds of dollars in fucking food stamps when COVID happened, because I had to, we were all laid off work. They were paying for my freaking drugs, too, because I was going to a clinic. So, they paid for that. My methadone. 130 milligrams. That's enough to kill me now. If I took that dose now, it would kill me in an instant. I'd be dead in 20 minutes. It's just crazy to think about how when I was on drugs, the Department of Social Services was giving me handouts left and right. But now that I can pass a motherfucking drug test and I'm trying to go to school, they don't even know that my letter has to have a full fucking address on it. Tell me you are incompetent without telling me that you are incompetent. You don't even realize, you're so dumb. You think that you can just put P.O. Box 105 and it'll come straight to me. Bitch, do you not know how many post offices have the same 105 box? Every fucking location, you dumb bitch. Every fucking location. Imagine being that dumb that you don't know that it has to say 716 Pine Hall Road, Pine Hall, North Carolina, 27025, P.O. Box 105. You standing there telling me that it's got to say Heather Clark, Box 105. Tell me you are incompetent without telling me that you are incompetent. Social services. I'm getting my record expunged in a couple of years. I got a year left to get it expunged. And when I do, if you want a good social worker that knows that you have to have an address with that P.O. box, please let me know, because I would love to help people. Fucking DEI's ruined this country. Ruined it. Imagine how dumb you have to be. I thought that I had it bad, y'all. I thought I had it bad. Whew, honey. Getting out in society is teaching me a thing or two. Let me let you know. P.O. Box 1, Heather Clark, P.O. Box 105, 27025. You cannot make this fucking shit up. fun fact about the U.S. Postal Service, your name is one form of locating you. That physical address is another form of locating you. And that postal code is another way of locating you. So that is the reason that having the full address is imperative, because if the first process doesn't work, then they have to go to the second. And if the second doesn't work, then they need to go to the third. When you get a P.O. box, you will put wherever your P.O. box is physically located, you will put that U.S. Postal Service's physical address plus P.O. box, whatever the fuck it might be. In case anyone is wondering, for future reference, for them dumb bitches that are going to watch this when they get off of work, court 100% have been for 100% have been for 4 years. That's why I'm living in a fucking car. Jobs too. Jobs, housing. I wish some of you damn people would start speaking up, my North Carolinians. Tell me how illegal immigration affected your life in North Carolina. Because I know it did. Y'all just too scared. Y'all scared. I've watched my city go from a few homeless people to hundreds, if not thousands. So speak the fuck up, please. It's so fucking unsafe. There's shootings every day. Sometimes multiple people die in a day. People can't afford to feed their kids. Can't afford rent. Can't afford gas. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. These assholes. I feel so bad for the guy at school. I feel like a bothersome bitch bothering him. But I just want it. This is the 4th time. I'm tired. I done wasted a full tank, past a full tank of gas dealing with this shit all week. So either they're completely incompetent and there's actually a different letter that I'm supposed to have, or, you know, and that's what they're claiming at the school. They're saying that it's a whole different letter, that social services knows exactly what I need, that they're playing fucking games. This is a common thing, apparently. I don't know. I might need to damn, I don't know, switch maybe, since my P.O. box is in a different county, maybe I can switch to a different social services where they're more respectful, where I don't have these problems. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I don't think it's that easy. It's not like you can just walk up into any social services and say, hey, I need food stamps. It don't work like that. You typically have to go where you lived, where your last address was, shit like that. So, I don't know. I do know that it's frustrating for me to have to run around like this. And, you know, they knew I was coming, because as soon as I got there, I got my damn ticket, and I said, yeah, I need to talk to so-and-so. They called me to a window. That's weird. That never happens. Usually you put your name in, all of your information, and they'll have your social worker come and visit with you. Okay? Well, for the past week, every time I do this, my social worker won't meet with me. Why? Why? I've never been mean to you. Ever. Never been disrespectful. The only thing I ever said to you was that if I was doing drugs, I said this. I said if I was still putting needles in my arm, y'all would be willing to help me. But because I got clean, this is it now. This is what I'm left with. Absolutely. So maybe that offended her. I don't care, because it's the motherfucking truth, because I've lived it. So don't tell me it's not. So that was 6 months ago. okay, maybe a year ago. Anyways, I ain't seen this lady, ain't talked to this lady, whatever. Last Friday I went, couldn't see her. Went back Monday, couldn't see her. Went back yesterday, couldn't see her. Wednesday, and then today. And as soon as they called me to the window, I said, yeah, I was here to see blah, blah. I said, I need a cover letter for school. I said, I'm trying to enroll in school. I explained it. I was super respectful. And she says, she's not here. I said, oh, well, I noticed on my cover letter that there's no email, and admissions or residency might need to call her. So can you, oh, we can't give you that. Okay, well, see, I was actually supposed to get this letter last Friday because school starts on Monday. So I need to get this situation resolved. You'll have to take a seat. Okay, well, sorry, the only reason I'm here is because you called me to this window. But I'll do that. Like, and I didn't say that. That's just what I thought in my fucking head. It's like, it was very clear from the exchange that they weren't trying to let me see this woman at all. What the fuck is going on? I don't know. And it wasn't like I made that statement about doing drugs in a hostile way. I actually said, my life has gotten harder since I got clean. I said, I thought life was supposed to get easier. I said, that's not been my experience. I said, matter of fact, I've become homeless. I've lost everything. I can't even find work. I said, it's crazy because in theory, if I was still doing drugs, then I would have more food. I would have more benefits. I'd get more help. I said, how is it that I get clean and I pick myself up off the ground and I start helping myself and fighting for myself, and then all of my resources are taken from me? These Department of Social Services currently, they dish out resources to the people that they want to dish out, in my opinion. It's not about first come, first serve. It's not about what you qualify for. In my experience in Forsyth County, North Carolina, they are able to manipulate the system in their own benefit and leave people who are really needing help without any help. When I first become homeless, I went to them. I asked them for help, and they gave me nothing. Nothing. It was only after months of fighting for food stamps that they even started giving me food stamps. So when I asked about housing, when I asked about work first, all of that, it was a waste of time. There was no housing for me. There was no shelter for me. This is at the peak of illegal immigration. You would walk in that office and there would be hundreds of people in there, and I would be the only specifically white. All of the workers are black. All of the new people coming in are from southern countries, clearly. But, it sucks. It's not right. They do what they want. And that is clear to see. And the whole department behaves like children, and it's sad. It's sad. And when educators who are professional are they're just like, what? And I'm like, okay, so it's not just me. I'm glad that somebody else saw this, so, I'm glad that somebody else saw this. Crazy. It's crazy. We can't put your full address. What you mean, Will? What you talking about? It's 2025 and that computer won't let you put my address. Lie to somebody who's dumber, okay? I'm pretty dumb. I ain't that dumb. Technology was on the up and up. And they told me that they could not put my full address on my cover letter for school. I mean, if you don't know how, just say you don't know how. Don't lie to me. That's the problem. My lipstick's coming off. I need to find some food. I didn't eat breakfast. Here we go. There ain't nothing out here. Frozen ponds. It's warming up. It's 30 degrees. It was so cold this morning. Oh my God, it hurt. It hurt. It was so cold. Bruh, y'all know that letter, that cover letter that I had this morning that I went through and made like spelling corrections and like circled shit and I wrote it. So I get in social services and they're like, what letter are you talking about? And I'm like, this letter, and I had to give that to them. I'm like, no email at the bottom. Need a bachelor's. I'm gonna be just fine, y'all. I'm gonna be just fine. I just gotta get in school. Just gotta get in there, you know? And I am. But I'm gonna be just fine. People like that exist in the world. I'll be just fine. If they're making it, I'll be just fine. Because I got better work ethic than that. And morals. Oh, and respect. That's a huge one. Lord. I can never treat people like that. It's a beautiful morning. It is. So, I guess we're going to get some lunch and go back to the school. And what is today? Please somebody tell me it's Friday because I'm tired. I want to relax. I need to relax. I went to bed oh my God, me and this raccoon. First of all, I got a raccoon that keeps attacking my car. Not even joking in the slightest. I think it's a raccoon. It might be a baby bear. It's a raccoon. It's a raccoon for sure. And like I said, I might turn into Johnny Appleseed. If you see me with a rat tail, with a raccoon tail, I done killed him because I'm this close. I'm this close, bro. I'm about to pop out like he pops out on me once I get into bed and be like, grab that little son of a bitch by the tail. What are you doing? What are you doing? I bet he's done scratched my hood. I bet y'all don't understand. I'll show you the scratch marks because I know there's no way that he has not scratched my car. He was on my car last night for at least 5 hours. And there was one point where I woke up at 2 a.m. and he was still rocking the damn car. So, I gotta find a new parking spot. Because I need to get some sleep. This week has been rough because the raccoon has been on my truck. I've had this problem before, living out of your car if you have food or anything. We went and got snacks the other day too, and I got trail mix in the front seat. That's probably what he smells. Yes, they can smell it through the damn plastic. Yes. The plastic smells like the nuts at that point. You know what I mean? It smells like the trail mix. So, yeah, he probably can smell that shit. They got a great sense of smell, great sense of sight. I think at night, right? Or is that possums? Anyways, they're equally pest to me. I'm not like, oh, ain't he cute? Hell no. He's bothering me. I'm trying to get some sleep. I got Sebastian out there hanging off of my windshield wipers, rocking the whole damn car. You know? No, absolutely not. So I got to find a new parking spot tonight because I need some sleep. Or Sebastian's going to end up dead. Yes, the fuck I will. They're rodents. They're rodents. I done gave him chance after chance. Hell, and at one point, he was at the back of the truck. Like I said, he likes to start at one end. He likes to prefer where the snacks are up here at the front of the vehicle. So that's where he starts. He starts on the right front quarter panel. And he'll do that for about an hour. And then I'll feel him to come to the back. And I'm like, oh God. And I can hear his little talons, his little claws. And he'll shift from one end on the backside to the other. And he'll make his way down around the whole damn car. Then 4 hours later, he'll be on the front quarter panel. You can hear him down there. If I was a firearm owner, I would hop out and be like, pew, pew, shoot that little son of a bitch because he's getting on my nerves. He's getting on my nerves. He's my arch enemy. Okay? He's bothering my sleep. He's bothering my sleep, y'all. It's imperative. It's important. It's literally one of the most important things for you. Sleep. The most important thing. Next to water. I'm telling you right now. I'm about to go get me a Red Ryder BB gun. And shoot his ass. And y'all gonna be like, here comes Brookie Appleseed. Whew. Yeah, for real. I need a good hat right now. And Raccoon is warm. I'm so joking. Do not listen. I don't need Sarah Palin. Sarah McLaughlin coming after me. You know what I mean? I'm joking. But he does get on my nerves. And if somebody sees Sebastian and wants to, I wouldn't be mad at you because he's a pest. You know what I mean? And here's the thing, it gets so bad that I'm like, should I throw a bag of trail mix out there? But I know if I feed him, it'll get worse. So you don't feed, no. Do not feed it because it will get worse. They will keep coming back. That's how that psychology works. It's like a drug addict, you know? It's like test rats getting fed cocaine. 20 minutes later, they're fainting. So, no, we don't do that. But he does bother me. And you know, when he's making noise, I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, is he coming through the firewall? Like, is this it? Is he coming through? There's been times that he's woken me up and I'm like, oh God, he's in here because it's so loud. Sometimes he's louder than other times, and I don't know what he's doing out there, but I'm like, I'll wake up and I'm like, oh God, is he in here? Because I hear something, and it was loud enough to wake me up, and it has to be pretty loud to wake me up because I sleep pretty good. Recently, my sleep has gotten better, you know, past, I'd say 3 months, my sleep has gotten better since I come off that Suboxone, so I'm like, oh God, he's in here. It's kind of scary to have to make an escape plan. You know what I mean? I'm like, which way am I going out if he comes in? And then also, I'm like, God, is he going to break a window or something? Like, you can hear his little paws, and you can hear him go over the top of the car. Bruh. Be like, do. And I'm like, damn, how does he jump down like that? Them fuckers can move. Listen, them fuckers can move. That's all I know. Because 1 minute he's here, the next minute he's there. And I'm just like, I didn't even know raccoons could, like, throw their body around like that or something. And like I said, it might not be a fucking raccoon. I'm just assuming it's a raccoon because of how heavy that son of a bitch is. He's got to be a good 20 to 40 pounds. Got to be. Because he moves the whole front end of the damn truck and the back end when he jumps in the tailgate. The whole truck goes neat. I said, oh my God, is that a baby bear? Is that a mountain lion? What is that? Is it a plane? Is it a bird? What is that? And I can't catch an eye on him. I ain't never seen him, but he's out there, bro. He's out there. He's on a mission. He wants my snacks. That shit's funny. Last year, there was a cat at Walmart in Madison. That son of a bitch, he aggravated me for months. And then I'd see this old Irish lady pull up hello, how are you? I don't know how they talk. You know what I mean? She's Irish, though. You can tell she's Irish. She's told me she's from Ireland. She gets out of her car and she starts feeding this damn cat. I was like, you old bitch. You know, because when you feed him, it makes it worse. That's why he's all over my damn car. You know? There was a whole bunch of them out there, supposedly, that was taken away by the pound, and then all of a sudden, here's more. So it's just like, what the... Or somebody adopted them. I don't know. Somebody said there was cats out there before, they got rid of them, and now there's more back, and this lady shows up every day to feed the cats outside of Walmart. How convenient for you to create a problem that you only have to deal with when you want to deal with it. And leave that for the Walmart workers and the van lifers to deal with. How convenient for you, lady. If you love it that much, why didn't you take it home? I am so confused. You know? Am I missing something? I'm the problem? Okay. I know. It's like, y'all remember that short where the guy, he says, he's like a news reporter. He's like, or something, and he walks up to a white man who's watering his lawn. And you can see that this guy is a Harris supporter, and I think he even had a Harris flag, but I could be wrong. And the reporter says, would you open your home up to illegal immigrants? And the guy's like, yeah, why not? Sure. And then all of a sudden you see 3 or 4 Hispanic men stumbling down the street, and the reporter is like, good, we have 4 that we just picked up from social services that need to move in today. We're going to go ahead and move this person and that person in. And the guy immediately changes tune. He's like, no, they can't do that. I can't afford that. I can't have people in my house. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, I don't know if that was a skit or if that was real. I've never been able to tell. But it wasn't even 3 seconds before he switched his tune. As soon as he saw those guys and that they had personal property that they were about to move in his house, he's like, no, they can't live with me. Yeah, I support that, but they can't live with me. But you just said that you would open your home up. Look at this opportunity that's presented itself for you. For you, my friend. For you. That's funny. We want Subway? We want Subway. Let's get some vegetables. Y'all want some vegetables? I need some vegetables. Are you okay? Do you got a flat tire? I'm sure she's got a phone. You know, I will say, back in the day, I used to pick up hitchhikers. Listen, I like to help people, okay? And sometimes that's the only way you can help people is just give them a simple ride. And that little ride means so much to them. So back in the day, I used to do stupid shit like pick up double hitchhikers. Yes, I've picked up multiple people at a time. How dangerous. But, this was 20 years ago. Times was different. Not everybody had a cell phone. So when you saw someone in need, times was different. There was a good chance they didn't have a phone. So anyways, I don't pick up hitchhikers anymore. I rarely, seldomly, like once, maybe every 10 years will even give a ride to anybody. I never have people riding with me. I don't know, man. I'm just not that type of person. And, people though that was broke down on the side of the road, because a lot of people didn't have cell phones, when you saw somebody broke down, you'd stop and say, hey, you'd roll the window down. Don't get out the car. Roll the window down. Roll up on them. Maybe in the opposite direction, so, their window's facing your window. Hey, you need help? You got a phone? Nowadays, you don't really have to do that as much because most people do have phone. That one guy, y'all remember when we were driving back from somewhere, and there was a guy waving on the side of the road, and his car looked like it was broke down, and he was waving, and I was like, God, that's so sad. I want to stop, but I might die. But I want to stop, and he clearly needs help if he's waving. His car was just broke down. It wasn't like he was bleeding out from a gunshot wound. I could see he was all intact. He wasn't dying. Well, I don't know. He might have been a fucking anaphylactic shock from a bee sting. I don't know. It might have been right before he went full Will Smith, in that movie. So I just can't. You can't put yourself in danger to help other people. There's a boundaries you got to set with helping others. It's good to help others, and that's what God wants us to do, and that's how we can walk in His Word. But you got to protect yourself first. Nowadays, most people have cell phones, so when I see that they're broke down, I don't even bother unless they're waving. Now, if it was a girl, that would be a whole freaking situation. I'm stopping for a bitch or a baby. Okay, if it's a bitch or a baby, I'm gonna be out there, okay? But if it's a man, I'm sorry, homeboy, you're on your own. You know what I mean? If it's a bitch or a baby, I'm gonna be throwing bows. Yeah. People have cell phones, so that's good. I ain't gotta stop for no man. Where we eating? Subway? Is that what I said? We'll go to the good one with the good workers. They always do a good job. Y'all, this weather has dried out my skin so bad. Dried out my lips. It doesn't help that I bite them because that's a nervous tick. Stress. It's either bite my lips or find the bottom of a bottle. So we bite our lips, We deal with the stress. We deal with it good ways. It's not really a good way. It's kind of a self-destructive way. But you know what I mean. Bottom of a bottle, bite my lips. I'll bite my lips. The stress is too much. Too much. But it's okay. If I get some food in me, I'll be ready for round 2. That was round 1, honey. We got a few more rounds to fight today. It's Friday, ain't it? I still don't know if it's Friday. Yesterday was Thursday. Or was it Wednesday? Did I go to the Department of Social Services yesterday? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at my watch in a minute. I'm starting to feel those hunger pains. Nausea. I should have asked the director when I was in social services, so what we gonna do next month when I lose my fucking truck and I ain't even got that to get myself from A to B? What we gonna do then? What will I qualify for then? Because that's where we're at. So I just got my check. It was $400 and I spent $72 out of it this morning getting gas. So what does that leave me with? $330. So I should have asked him. Nothing. They ain't got no housing for me. They ain't got shit for me. They never have. They never will. You got a green light, green light, green light. You only qualify for housing if you're pregnant, have children already, or are a vet, or disabled elderly, of course. But they consider me an able-bodied person. Okay, and I have been. And I can show you where I've filled out over 10,000 job applications. I am an able-bodied person who wants to work. But because of the system that you have built for me, and the education the lack thereof that you've given me, I don't know what you want from me. I got clean. I got out of abusive, toxic, dangerous situations. So what do you want me to do now, boss? This is what you told me to do. You said get my act together, grow up. And you're still fighting me. Still fighting me. You know, I got one girlfriend who ain't never worked in her life. She has children. She's lived off the system and milked the system for over 20 years. She's never worked. Not a job. Not once. Not once. But because of the fact that she has those children, she can simply say, oh, I've been looking for work, but I haven't been able to find it. And if I find it, then da-da-da-da, y'all have to pay for daycare. So the state would rather give her food stamps, maybe a housing voucher, some WIC, help her pay her utilities, and let her not work for 20 years, rather than allow her to work and then have to pay that damn $350 daycare bill every single week. What's cheaper? And it absolutely, I mean, and this is a specific case that I'm talking about. This is not for every case across the board. This is this one specific case. And, you know, it's really disturbing because this woman is incapable of thinking for herself, of taking care of herself. She knows nothing about the real world. And at this point, she's completely incompetent going further. Her future is bleak. It's disturbing. But then you have someone like me who's never asked for anything until COVID. And shit's got bad. Shit's gotten bad, you know? And I'm like, I need help. I need help. I lost my house. Yeah, I lost my house. 3 of them. Yep. And I've lost this, and I've had to sell everything, and I've been living out of a car, and I can't even afford to be here, you know, a few times a month because it's so cold. And I'm trapped here because they won't let me, you know, register in any other state. So I'm trapped here. It's so cold. All of my money goes to gas to stay warm. And I'm doing the best that I can. And I'm trying to get enrolled in school. And y'all are fighting me on this. And it's clear that y'all don't even know how to do your job. I don't understand. But unfortunately, this is absolutely a system that's been built. And this is how it works. And this is why I'm showcasing it. Because I want y'all to know the truth. Subway. Doing that. See, I'd be like trying to get close to people and then they retract messages and I'm just like, I'm so over it. Y'all do it to yourselves. I make it very clear what I expect. It's not hard. If you got something to say it to my face. Why are you scared? Why you gotta retract messages? That's a bitch move. But you know, maybe there's a bigger reason why you're here. Maybe you don't know how to be a good friend. Maybe you've always rode the fence. Maybe you've always been kind of two-faced like that. That's not a good friend. And I'm sorry that other people treated you that way and made you learn that behavior. But you can unlearn that behavior if you want to. Hey. I gotta pee. You gotta put on 15 layers in the South. Can't get ass in there. I really like my makeup today. It looks really cute. I tried. That's what happens when I try. I feel like Bambi with this little red nose. Or like Rudolph. I was going for like this icy look, like a frosted icy look. Ew. Those multiply the bacteria from the ground to your hands. Fun fact. So we're not gonna do that, all right? Don't touch the door handle either, and cut the light off. Oh shit. Oh. With your sleeve. Where's my card? All right, let's do this. I'm excited. Okay, should I get two? Might should get 2 subs. Oh, no, I'm just gonna get one because. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good. I'm just gonna do a foot-long veggie herbs, the Italian herbs and cheese, please.
All right. Any cheese?
No, thank you.
Honey, I'm sorry. I didn't stop.
No, you're fine. You got. I can wait. I'm not in a rush.
But I was just like,
It's been one of them days.
Spicy.
Is it Friday or Thursday?
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday. God, I was hoping it was Friday. Definitely.
I'm a collective princess.
No, you don't have to worry about it. Lots of spinach, please. Love that stuff. Lots of onion. That's perfect. Black olives, please. Cucumber. You want something? Good morning, Deborah. And mayonnaise, oil, and vinegar. That's it. Subway has all these new sauces. Well, they're probably not new. Garlicky, barbecue, tangy, parmesan. No, you're fine. I'm just going to do the oil and vinegar, but I remember when Subway was first a thing in the 90s, they had the sweet onion teriyaki, mayonnaise, and mustard, and that was like it. So y'all got a bunch of sauces now. Creamy sriracha, peppercorn ranch. Those sound really good. We might try one of those one day. Thank you.
Anything else besides the sauce?
No, just the sub today. Jumping out your hand.
Yeah, the bag just, they don't want to work
Jump.
with me.
Sweet. Thank you. You don't have to worry about it. You have a great day. All right. We got the bag. It's Thursday. So I was just over there yesterday. Bruh, my days, you know, when you've been in the same places 3 times in 1 week, 2 different places, 2 times in 3 days. It's just like, where have I been this week? Do I live here now? Is this my home? For real, I should just roll up in social services and be like, well, I never got that cover letter, so I'm moving in. Y'all got some office space for me in the back? Oh, Lord. How much was it? I don't remember. How much did she say? I didn't hear. I tipped her $1 though, because listen, I know I'm poor, but I can't help it. I can't help it. If I'm going to buy food, I'm going to do the right thing. $6. Yeah, you know, the last time, remember last week when we came and it was $9? Remember that? Remember that? So how was this foot long? $6. And how was the one that we bought earlier last week? $9. Remember that? That's what I'm saying. And it's the same location. It's the same store. It's the same people. Actually, it's not the same people. It's not the same people. I'm gonna shut my mouth. I'm gonna shut my motherfucking mouth right now. I'm gonna shut my motherfucking mouth right now. I'm gonna shut my mouth. 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 It's not the same people. I told y'all that day that I got charged $9 for that sub. I told y'all some shit then about that. So anyways, I love that Subway. And it's crazy how you can have a great experience with all of their employees, but one. Ain't that weird? Great experience with all of their employees, but one. The one that charged me $9 for a damn vegetable sub, honey. All I got was veggies. No cheese, no meat, no nothing. Cucumber. Tomato. No tomato. They get sloppy. They get soggy. Alright. It's Thursday. Fuck. You know the problem I'm having now? I don't want to smell like that sub in class, in school. I don't want to roll up in there smelling like onions, so I'm just going to go ahead and head over to the... Oh. Shit, did they take a lunch break? My lip. It's like that lipstick is peeling off my lip now. Maybe if I put some chapstick on it, it'll get better. Maybe it'll stop. How wild. What are we waiting on, bub? That's what I needed, some chapstick. Please, Anastasia, bring back Dead Roses. Please, I'm begging of you. It's literally my favorite color ever. It looks really good when I have a tan. And dark eye makeup, fake lashes, the whole nine. We need to go to Walmart eventually. I'm still debating which day I want to do that. I have nothing in here but snacks. I had pretzels for dinner. And trail mix. I mean, protein, right? It'll be fine. I'm eating a sub today, so it ain't like I'm gonna die. But I do need to get some food. And I'm just like, how the fuck am I going to do that with $99? I got $99 and still a bunch of problems. $99 can't solve my problems. Can't even come close. And shit, we filled up this morning. Look at this. So I'm gonna have to fill up again tomorrow because where I'm headed, that'll be back on me. Hey, thank you, Richie King. I'm not crying. I just want people to know it's only gotten worse, not better. Everybody thinks because they see me with lipstick, things have gotten better. Bitch, I am scraping pan on this 6-year-old lipstick. You don't even understand. Scraping the pan. It's kind of crazy how people can look at you and just assume some shit, but a lot of people do with me. For the past year now, they have. Past year. And this is why I talk about profiling, because a lot of y'all don't know how to profile shit. Y'all can't tell a homeless person from a non-homeless person, a sober person from a non-sober person. Oh, Lord. How long did it take for people to figure out that I wasn't a drug addict? Over a year? Imagine having trauma symptoms and people calling you a drug addict because they simply don't know better, I guess. We'll be kind about it. They don't know any better. They don't know any better. It just makes me feel bad for people that are in the shoes that I was in last year. the evilness in this world. The evilness. I just feel bad for anybody that's in the shoes that I was last year. And I know how hard it is for people who are actually struggling. Homeless, sleeping on the streets. I see you, and I know how hard it is. And I'm going to continue to fight for you. For all of us. Because this shit ain't right. The numbers. The amount of people that are homeless, struggling, trying to do the right things. It's the highest it's ever been. Homelessness in this country. 2024 surpassed any record on file. It's sad. All in the name of illegal immigration, right? All in the name of making money to line your dirty ass pockets with more money. Make money to line your, you know what I mean. And once again, what if I wouldn't have gotten paid that $400 check from YouTube to use for gas to go do all of this running to get enrolled in school? Yeah, my classes are going to be online, so I won't have to go into a college every day. But think about how much money I've spent this week between diplomas, ordering transcripts, freaking. Okay? There's no way that a homeless person could afford that, like, barely. I'm barely. And it's only because of other people's generosity. I just want people to think twice about how they treat others. That's it. Back in the 90s, there was this huge thing called WWJD. And everybody had these little cool bracelets or whatever. To my knowledge, that's where the bracelets started. That was like the first big, catchy, trendy bracelet. What would Jesus do? And it might have been the 80s. It might have been the 80s. I just wish that, I know for me, walking into the beginnings of 2025, my goal this year is to ask myself, what would Jesus do before I react, before I walk into any endeavor in my life? I want to walk in His Word, and His Word is specific. We have the commandments. We have, the beautiful Bible. But of course, the commandments are specific. And I want to walk in His Word. To ask myself, in this moment, what would He want me to say? Just imagine if everybody decided to walk in His Word, what the world would look like. If everybody decided to walk in the Lord's Word and take the Bible as specific direction for their life, as guidance. Imagine what the world would look like. No stealing, no killing. And if everybody did their part and agreed that it's better to work together, to unify. It's unfortunate, but that's why we have free will, and that's why we're here. That's our purpose. To do the right things, to make the world a better place. That is our purpose. That is our mission, is to leave this world a better place. To impact it, to help others, to spread kindness. To leave this earth a virtuous person. so we can go to his kingdom, you know? I want one of those bracelets. I want a whole arm of them. The last time I saw one, they wanted... I'm so hungry. And I'm gonna smell like that sub too, damn it. Damn, that shit stank. Them damn onions, I had to get them because they my favorite. My favorite part of the sub is the onions. I can't believe this mess. When I rock up in here and I talk to these people, I'm gonna be like, I am so sorry. Because I am. I feel horrible. They shouldn't have to deal with my bullshit because other people are being assholes. You know, it's not right. You see how these ripple effects take place? This ripple effect. You got me causing problems in other people's work schedule and day because you're trying to cause me problems. It's just crazy. For nothing. For nothing. For what? To make you feel good? Try to hurt me? I'm sorry. Someone hurt you. I don't know. And turned you into this person. I'm sorry. I'm behind this slow-ass car and I'm about to blow his doors off. I'm about to turn into Danica Patrick in a minute. I'm trying to get to school. You're holding me up. It might be lunch break. They probably do take a lunch. I don't freaking know. I'm just going to go in there anyways. Because I've got to get this done. And I just have a feeling that this is going to hold me up. It should not be this difficult. It's difficult because I'm homeless. That's crazy. It's crazy. So I went back and I started watching some more footage from the January 6th riots. That shit was crazy. The violence, the blood. I saw unedited footage. So unless you've seen the unedited footage, you don't really have skin in the game, in my opinion. And it's brutal, it's hostile, it's violent. The cops were wrong, the civilians were wrong. It goes to show how quickly a peaceful protest can turn into madness and mayhem and violent for no reason. And once again, like I said yesterday, it's one of those things. You just don't put your ass in that situation and bad shit won't happen. None of them people should have been there. That's not acceptable. Now's the time where we fight back. And I know that we would have had to wait like 6 years, but now's the time that we fight back and say, okay, let's look into this election fraud. That's how you fight back. You get into a position where you can. We didn't have that position back then, and that's why shit went south, I see. But did it help? Did it fix anything? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It made things worse. People went to jail. People died. Now we can fight back. Now we can start digging through records. Start looking into elections. Start listening to little birdies that want to snitch on their friends so that they can keep their position in the swamp. Now's the time that we do that fighting back for the 2020 election. And figure out if there's, we already know that there's evidence to support it and there's merit to these claims, but a little bit, that evidence gives a little merit to the situation, but that wasn't right. I understand the frustration. I've seen many cities for the past 4 or 5 years on fire over peaceful protest. I guess sometimes you gotta wait, That's what I'm learning, to be patient. Sometimes you can't fight immediately. You gotta be patient. Move in the shadows, as one of my favorite creators says. Move in the shadows. But it was very violent, and everybody that went to jail deserved to go to fucking jail. Right is right, and wrong is wrong. There was nothing peaceful about that. Nothing. And I don't know who threw the first punch. It doesn't really matter. There's a reason that we have law and order. The main reason being safety. Do you realize what would happen if we did not have law and order? The world would fall into complete madness. Along with religion, if we didn't have Christianity, the world would plummet to its own death, to its own demise. Law and order and religion are imperative to the United States and to the world. Look at countries that don't have the law and order infrastructure that we have, and look at the chaos. Look at Mexico, parts of Africa. You need to be grateful. Everybody should be great opportunities. Because a lot of places, you wouldn't have it as good. I can promise you that. You have it as good as you could ever have it in the States as an American citizen. And I'm proud to be an American. Sorry, it came to my head. Where at least I know I'm free. Facts. You ain't selling me for damn goat. Not with this mouth. Don't nobody want my ass. Woo. Oh, nobody want my ass. You know what I mean? It's okay. I want my ass. Jesus wants me, Like I said, make Jesus your husband. The Lord. That's actually probably the best plan. Hey, at least he listens. He won't slap you around and steal your money. Stomp on your heart. You will get none of that from Jesus, honey. I've dated some people. They use my heart as damn tap dancing floor, You get none of that from the Lord. Alright, so I'm here. Lord, my anxiety. Why does it happen? You know why? Because I'm old enough to be everybody's mama. I'm joking. No, but class let out yesterday just as I got here. And I was like, let me get in this building before somebody recognizes me. Ooh, I was like, oh God. Small town too, Everybody knows everybody. Oh, and then I went the wrong way in the parking lot, in a one-way parking lot. And I'm like, ooh, let me get it. Let me. And now I got this piece of shit Lexus on my ass. Lord, it's never ending. Dumb people. Dumb people. Okay, are you parking? Are you staying? Are you staying? Are you parking? Alright, we are here. I kind of want to take this lipstick off. I feel like it's a bit much for damn school. But it's okay. I'm just going to leave it. I got to relax for a second because that drives my nerves. Like, I'm literally, my fingertips are tingling right now. My whole upper body is tingling. It's anxiety. I never even noticed I had this symptom until, I don't know, recently. I guess since I come off the Suboxone, I started noticing this. I get real flushed. It feels like somebody has their hands around my throat, and then my upper body starts tingling. And it's anxiety. It's anxiety. It's what would that be, like onset panic attack? Is my body telling me, girl, we about to spaz out. You're taking on too much. You can't handle it. Abort the mission. Abort the mission. You know? Alright. My car is an absolute wreck. There's literal shit everywhere. I hope nobody can look in here and see. But whatever. Whatever. Alright. I gotta go in here and talk to this guy. Where's this letter? This is a damn shame. They act fucking shit. Listen, they fucking edited this with all of my punctuation fixed. Cannot make this shit up. So this was the letter, and as you can see, I circled and I was like, all of this is wrong. All of this is wrong. All of this is wrong. Yeah, but it's still not the letter I need. That's the problem. I can't make this shit up. Still not the letter that I need. And my address is still not correct. So, you know, they only put half the address. It has to say 716 Pine Hall Road, Pine Hall, North Carolina, 27025. The whole address is missing, matter of fact. That's just a P.O. box, Pine Hall, North Carolina. That's not how that works, unfortunately. You need the physical address so they know which post office to take it to, because every post office is going to have a box 105. So, but I find it interesting that the way the font and everything, like, no, this was for me. It was an accident. This was for me for my channel, just to like be like, whoa, wait a minute, look at this crazy shit. This is from the government. And they don't know how to type or how U.S. postal mail works. So this is what I needed, was like my physical address that I wrote out. And they're like, we can't add that. We can't add that. And I'm like, but that's the post office, honey. You got the P.O. box without the post office. Y'all. Sometimes arguing with people is just not worth your fucking time. You know? It's not worth your fucking time. You know, when you're hitting a brick wall like this, sometimes you're hitting a brick wall. I want to take in everything so that... That's not it. I just want to make sure... Okay, there it is. Birth certificate. And you know, here's the thing. I wonder if I can order a new driver's license off the internet, because my driver's license is valid. The issue is that my driver's license is chipped. It doesn't expire till 2028. And I have a passport. And another passport. I got the card and the passport. So I don't see why you can't just... I guess because it doesn't have the address. I don't fucking know. But this has my old address. So what is that going to matter? I don't even live there anymore. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Deborah. I don't know. I don't know what to do. But I'm going to take everything in here. Because I'm struggling, honey. I'm struggling. I got to take a card because they're probably going to want money. I don't know how much money, but I got to do it. I ain't got no choice. I'm wondering if my registration... Let me see if I can take this in. That's what I was going to ask him. I was going to ask him if I could use my registration because it also has my name and my address. Hold on. It doesn't have my address. It has my name and it has my truck and it has my driver's license number. It has my tags, VIN and make. How many forms, like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? All right. I'm gone, y'all. Pray for me. At least where I'm walking into, it's a good environment. I don't have to worry about no funny business. Everybody in here is awesome. I need some nicotine gum before I go. I want to take some gum because I don't want to be in there nicking. I want to be able to focus. When you've smoked as long as I have, honey, if you start nicking, you can't even think. Your mind goes foggy. You can't breathe. I mean, seriously, it's that bad. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Thank you so much for burdening me with what's been unburdened by you. Okay? Thank you so much. Oh, you know what I was thinking the other day about Kamala Harris? Isn't it great that we've been unburdened by what has been? We've been unburdened by what has been. Isn't that wonderful? Happy birthday to you. I bet it feels good to turn 21, don't it, Deborah? Passport, $400. I got it at the peak of COVID. And I had to pay to get it expedited. I think it was $389. Had to pay to get it expedited. I was on probation. And I wanted to go to Mexico, and I was in complete compliance. And so, listen to this. So I went to a court, and I asked a court if I could travel abroad. And for the first time in Stokes County history, they permitted me rights to travel abroad. On probation, on felony probation. That was a huge thing. That was me getting clean. I got clean. And that was my reward for getting clean. And, you know, I will say that my PO tried for years to get me on the right path. Months, you know, they can only give you a certain time. Months she tried, and then I'd do good, and then I'd fall off, and then I'd do good, and then I'd fall off, and she stuck with it, and instead of locking me up, she gave me a chance. She knew I wanted to be clean, and I did want to be clean, but she also knew that there was people in my life that was force feeding me drugs, and they did this in an attempt to control and manipulate me, and they did it for years. And so she knew the circumstances, and because of that, she worked with me because she knew that deep down I wanted to be clean. And so when I got clean, I think it was about a year after I got clean, I went to a court and I said, she said, I don't know. She said, we can ask the judge. She said, I can put in for a request for you to go in front of a judge, and you can ask a judge, and we can present everything you have going on in your life right now. And I was so nervous the day before. I was like, this judge ain't gonna let me fucking go to Mexico. This judge ain't gonna, I mean, you know, my record, 3 times felon, and there's 10 other charges on my record. And so we're talking about, I got a record as long as my body. And, you know, when I first went on probation, I failed a drug test, and I failed several. So I was just like, this ain't gonna happen. But this was almost towards the end of my probationary period. And I went in front of a judge, and he said nothing but good things. And it was probably the first time in my life that I'd ever heard anything positive out of a courtroom or a judge or anything like that. And he was like, congratulations on getting clean. Go to Mexico. Enjoy yourself. I'm getting chill bumps right now. That was the start of me getting clean. 2 people, that judge and my PO. And that's all some people need in life. And those are not people that I wanted to trust at the time, honey. After everything I've been through, I did not want to trust the court system, probation and parole. I don't like the police sometimes. So, you know, you can't fault me for that after everything I've been through. So, you know, 2 people having faith. I guess they saw in me that, you know, my PO specifically is the one that saw that I wanted to be clean and had faith in me getting clean and pushed me to do so. And she had my back, and just that little bit of hope And something that I didn't see in myself was enough to set all of this off. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful for my sobriety. I'm grateful for my PO, like, you know, my old PO. And I'm grateful that I'm here trying to make this happen right now. Where did I put that gum? I really am. I'm grateful for this opportunity to try. Because some people don't get second chances like I've got. Most people that do drugs as long as I did drugs, most of them end up dead. So God has given me this opportunity and this day. I'm going to seize it. We'll talk this afternoon. We'll see what happens. Thank y'all, and happy birthday, Deborah. Happy birthday. Y'all be safe. Bye. Stay warm. God, it's freezing.